Welcome to Tuesday's first video. Before starting the news bulletin, I have a question for you. For Addis Ababa government led by Addis Ababa, mayor of Ethiopian capital city, does this government follow any rules when it comes to allotment of houses to the citizens of Addis Ababa city? 2 days ago, an Addis Ababa University graduate paid tribute to his mother in front of camera. He carried firewoods on his back and he made his mother wear his cap and graduation gown. I shared pictures and clip of that boy. It was his way of thanking his mother. The videos, pictures went viral. And after that, some companies offered jobs to the student, and Addis Ababa government allotted a house to the family of the boy. You can see a picture on your screen. Addis Ababa allotted a house to the family of the boy. Now, question viewers is, did the government follow any rules regarding allotment of a house to the family of this boy? And hundreds of other students graduated as well from Addis Ababa University. They did not thank their mothers in front of camera. What about them? Have you taken into account their living conditions as well? They might be more in need of an accommodation. Private companies can have such incentives, such offers, but the government has some responsibilities. Government should follow rules. All students, all graduates are equal when it comes to allotment of houses. No one should be given any preferential treatment. Firstly, we have headlines for you. Somaliland, self-declared country in the Horn of Africa, has banned BBC World Service. Somaliland's information minister made this announcement 2 hours ago. BBC World Service banned in Somaliland. Secondly, we have a new story about ongoing World Athletics Championships, more medals for Ethiopia there. And thirdly, we have a new story from Gondar, where US shock defenders in Ethiopia arrived a few hours ago. Tracey Ann Jacobson. And in the US, Heritage Foundation has held a meeting with Desalegn Chane, who is Member of Parliament from the Amhara region of Ethiopia. Next news story is from Oromia. Fighting is being reported between Oromo Liberation Army and government forces very close to Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. Around 40-50 kilometers away from Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, OLA fighters have been seen. We have details for you. And lastly, Eritrean information minister a few hours ago spoke about regional policy of Eritrea. What did he say? Firstly, there's Somaliland, self-declared country in the Horn of Africa, unrecognized by the world. Somalia says Somaliland is part of Somalia, but Somaliland has declared independence. Its information minister, Saliban Kore, 2 hours ago announced that BBC has been banned in Somaliland. BBC World Service, its radio and TV stations have been banned. What is the reason behind this decision? In Hargeisa, Saliban Kore held this press briefing. Did not elaborate upon the reason specifically. He just said BBC is not neutral. It is degrading dignity of Somaliland, of the people of Somaliland. That is why action has been taken. So government has not shared any details so far, but what we have learned is that government is not happy with portrayal of Somaliland's history in a documentary shared by BBC a few hours ago. The documentary is about iconic British athlete Muhammad Farah, who last week revealed that he was trafficked to the UK illegally as a child when he was 8 years old. His family is from Somaliland. His mother lives in Somaliland. In that documentary, portrayal of Somaliland's history has not gone well with Somaliland's government. And secondly, the government accuses BBC that it is promoting extremism and terrorism, and some of its reports in recent months promoted extremism in Somaliland. Interestingly, BBC apologized for a news story on Somalia a few hours ago. The news story was about alleged meetings between former President Abdullah Farmajo of Somalia and Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli former Prime Minister. But the news story was criticized by Farmajo's supporters. Farmajo denied any meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu, and BBC has apologized that it did not take President Farmajo's views before the publishing of the news story. So now, BBC World Service has been banned in Somaliland. Somaliland is in quest of recognition. It should improve, it should strengthen its ties with international media, with global powers. If it starts blocking, banning international news outlets, it won't be helpful for Somaliland in its efforts, in its struggle for recognition. Secondly, World Athletics Championships. Ethiopia has clinched more medals today. Ethiopia got 3 gold and 1 silver till yesterday, and a few hours ago Ethiopia got 2 more medals. Firstly, Gudaf Sege finished at number 2 in 1500 meter women race. The race was won by a Kenyan athlete, Faith Kipi Igon. And in 3000 meter steeplechase men competition, Ethiopian athlete Lemicha Gema finished at number 2. So 2 silver medals. This competition was won by an athlete from Morocco. Soufiane is his name. So 2 silver medals for Ethiopia today. Now Ethiopia has won 6 medals so far, 3 gold and 3 silver. Ethiopia is at number 2 on medals table with 6 medals. US is at number 1 with 14 medals so far. We know that Tracey Gide won first gold medal in 10,000 meter race. Then she was followed by Tamra Tola, who won men's marathon, and then Gotitom Gebrselassie won women's marathon. So 3 gold medals and 3 silver medals for Ethiopia so far. Total tally stands at 6. Thirdly, we have a new story from the Amhara region of Ethiopia. Tracey Ann Jacobson is U.S. Shocked Affairs in Ethiopia, in charge of U.S. Embassy in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. And she is in Gondar these minutes. She's going to travel to the Bath In the Ba, there is a refugee camp of Eritrean refugees who were relocated from Tigray to the Ba. And a few days ago, some Eritrean refugees were arrested close to Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. And from Addis Ababa, they were forcibly shifted to the Ba refugee camp. International refugee agencies issued statement urging Ethiopian government not to forcibly shift Eritrean refugees, and some were released last night. 19 were released last night from this Ba refugee camp. Now, Tracey Ann Jacobson is going to visit this ID camp in the Ba. She'll stay in Gondar for 2 days. A few days ago, some Tigray civil society organizations wrote a letter to Tracey Ann Jacobson. They invited and urged Tracey Ann Jacobson to visit Tigray, but she has not visited Tigray. She has not visited Tigray so far. She has visited Amhara, Afar, Somali region, Oromia, but so far she has not visited Tigray. Another news from Amhara is that Dasalin Chane is a member of parliament from Bahidar city, very vocal in the parliament, and he speaks out on issues related to ethnic Amhara group members in the Amhara region. And he has held some meeting with the Heritage Foundation, which is a foundation based in the US, but it influences US foreign policy. US government officials invite Heritage Foundation for participation in official meetings. So this Heritage Foundation has close tie with US government officials, and Dasalin Chane has held some meetings with Heritage Foundation officials, and there he highlighted alleged genocide of ethnic Amhara group members in Ethiopia. The meetings were facilitated by Amhara Association of America, AAA. AAA is working proactively to highlight Amhara ethnic group members' killings in Ethiopia on international platform. And we have seen some officials of this organization appear on Al Jazeera as well. Dasalin Chane, in his meeting with Heritage Foundation, spoke in detail about Valaga massacres, killings of Amhara ethnic group members in Oromia. He spoke about Shine, OLA, Oromo Liberation Army as well. So, Amhara Association of America and other Amhara bodies are trying to highlight the issue of Amhara ethnic group killings in Ethiopia on international level. Fourthly, very important news story is from Oromia. OLA fighters have been seen close to Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Perhaps this is the closest appearance of OLA fighters to Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Fighting is being reported in Chancho, also called Kundi. Where is this Chancho or Kundi, and how far is it from Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital? Chancho is a town. It's also called Kundi, and it is situated in Sululta. Sululta is in Oromia special zone of Oromia region. It surrounds Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, and Chancho is a town. It's a settlement in Sululta. OLA fighters have been seen in Chancho. Some say Chancho is under OLA control. We can only confirm that OLA fighters have been seen in Chancho, and fighting is being reported. Chancho is just 45 kilometers away from Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. This is the closest to Addis Ababa appearance of OLA fighters which we have seen in recent months. While government is claiming that OLA fighters have been pushed out of towns, cities, and they've been weakened, and OLA has been weakened, and OLA commanders are on the run. They are taking refuge in neighboring countries. OLA is 45 kilometers away from Addis Ababa. It is claiming to be in control of Chancho. Some splits are being seen. Reportedly, Oromia government forces are being accused by some other forces that some of their officials are supporting OLA. We have been hearing such accusations in the past as well, especially from Amhara region-based groups. They accuse Oromia regional government, Oromia regional government forces, and some elements in federal government as well that support Oromo Liberation Army. Reported OLA is trying to take control of Sululta. Sululta has not been taken by OLA so far, but if OLA takes control of Sululta, it could be a huge blow to government's claims that OLA has been weakened. PM Abiy's pro-PM Abiy journalists claim that PM Abiy is in the battlefield fighting Oromo Liberation Army, but OLA is now getting close to Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Can we say Addis Ababa is in danger? No, we cannot say that. OLA, though it's gradually getting close to Addis Ababa, but still there is no likely major offensive on Addis Ababa from OLA. OLA is operating in small units consisting of a few dozen fighters. So it's not planning a major offensive on Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Lastly, viewers, Eritrean Information Minister a few hours ago spoke about Eritrea's regional policy, which is a reiteration what Eritrea has been saying in the past as well. The statement of Eritrean Information Ministry came after an article written by The Economist was shared in recent days by some activist news sources. It is being said that Eritrea is sending more forces. It is deploying more troops to border areas of Tigray, Eritrea, and it wants to undermine upcoming Ethiopian government, Tigray government talks. So after these reports, Eritrean Information Ministry spoke. Yemeni Gabriel Meskel said a few hours ago, we do not covet an inch of other countries' lands, nor will we concede an inch of our land. And he said that it was said by Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean president in 1998. That is Eritrea's foreign policy when it comes to border disputes. So he's saying that Eritrea is not in control of any foreign land. If there is deployment of Eritrean military, the area is part of Eritrea, not part of any other country or region. So it means that there are still outstanding border disputes between Eritrea and Ethiopia, Eritrea and Tigray, though some decisions came in 2002, I think, about boundary issues between Eritrea and Ethiopia, but the decisions could not be implemented. So what is required? What is required is that the two countries, Ethiopia and Eritrea, should sit to resolve these issues with participation of Tigray as well. Otherwise, tensions will remain, and off and on we'll see border clashes as we've been seeing in recent years. Thank you for watching.